2-1. Okay. We are in the next 21.
Yes. So now we want to bring something up. We're making a conscious effort not to put a rookie in any of these.
Right. So we're going to leave the rookies out, and we already kind of gave a rookie report, and it's also tough to rank rookies in a draft of how we think they're going to go because they were never drafted before. They're rookies.
Exactly.
So
now we have a lot of our know-how and you guys out there, your know-how, but again, this is also, the first 21 was sort of in the order, and even that we said it's hard to do.
it's impossible,
Yeah.
really. This
Now
this
it's
part,
even harder.
Now we're actually in a draft, and we don't know how people are going to draft based on their teams. Again, in no particular order, because any of these guys could really be, one could be, higher than the next, and one could be lower than the next in any particular draft.
Well, it depends if you're drafting by need, right? If you need a center fielder and you don't have one
Right,
yet.
right.
A perfect example, and he's been that Johnny on the spot the last couple of years, Teddy Braha.
Correct.
Right? In a league, if everybody has an all-star center fielder already, he might dip a little bit. But if there's that one team that needs that center fielder,
He's gonna go higher, for
he's
sure.
gonna go exactly like that. So there's a few guys like that, by the way, this year. And let's jump right in.
Go ahead, start it off.
So the beginning, the first three were on the bubble of the bottom.
That we were talking about before.
So they're easy to say. One was Hank Aharon Dweck.
Former MVP in this
Yes,
league.
former 12th rounder, but then former MVP. He was one. Number two was Eddie Harari.
That's right. Pitcher,
Last year's-
World Series MVP last year.
Didn't have a loss last year in the night league. Every game he pitched, he won. That is something I don't think anybody could say.
Nobody in history, and he's only getting better.
Yeah, so-
And listen, Eddie's trajectory is up, and we know he knows the league very well, and I think he'll succeed again this year.
Yeah, and he's working hard. He's working. He's pitching now in scrimmage games, week in and week out. And again, he's playing Sunday morning. He's playing at night.
That's right. That's right.
So he's only getting better. So Eddie Harari was number two, and then number three, a player that I don't want to say fell off the map, but we haven't seen him in a while.
He resurfaced.
We found him, and he was a top 2-rounder.
Right, for years.
For years, he was a captain, and he was a center fielder. Probably still could be a center fielder. I haven't seen him. I heard he's doing great. Joe Chiro, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm glad to have Joe back, and listen, a league with Joe Chiro in it is a better league, that's for sure.
Right. Is Joe married now? I think he is.
I don't know.
I'm not even sure. Maybe I shouldn't say that. If you're married, inshallah, many children.
Either Aris Inshallah
Right.
or
Bishat Tova.
exactly, we have no idea.
But, welcome back, Joe. So that's a big one. And again, Joe is somebody in the past who's been a top 2-rounder. So
Right, and then we'll go to the next guy is Al Zolta.
yes, Al Zolta. So now is when the draft could go either way. We're going to mention names here. One guy goes before another here and there, all close. But Al Zolta has been a big, late game, late season, big time player. So Al Zolta, after last year having a marriage year, and he didn't gain any weight, he looks great. So hopefully he's going to be great.
Okay.
What else we got here?
Carlos Abadi.
Ooh, welcome back, Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos, again, he was a World Series winning captain in this league on Noom Sanity.
That's right.
So, Carlos, it's funny. Carlos played in this league for many years.
Yes.
Then he just stopped playing, and now he's back.
He's back. So Carlos is this field was better for Carlos offensively. Okay, Sunday mornings he hasn't always hit great, and I feel like whatever it is, this field, the size of the field, maybe the dimensions are a little bit
More
bigger.
balls dropped for him.
They're more full in for him, and he's just a better offensive player on this field. And Carlos is one of those guys that could play center, could play short, could play second. He's that Johnny on the spot. So Carlos Abadi, that's a good one.
Next player on the board is Teddy. You said his name before?
Yeah, we mentioned his name before.
So, Teddy, he could play center field, like you said,
Yes.
and he's a good ball player. Go ahead.
And a guy like Teddy, by the way, is only getting better.
Yeah.
A couple of games
Listen, he's a Braha.
last year. He's a Braha, exactly. Want to make sure we don't miss any because we didn't go in perfect order here. Okay, the next guy is your guy.
Who?
Right here, Joe Batesh.
Oh, Joe B. Even though we said we're not going to mention any rookies,
Oh, he was a rookie.
So I don't-
you know
I'll
what?
actually omit him. We're gonna omit him.
That's why I was there. Okay. I saw Mark.
exactly. Next player on this board we're going to talk about is, again, league veteran Morris Casson, Mo-Cass.
Mo-Cass. Okay, so Mo-Cass is a vital part in our league because he helps us out
With everything.
with everything, with uniforms.
Mo-Cass, I love you.
Yes, we do. We love Mo-Cass. Love making fun of him too, but we love Mocas.
I love him.
Okay, so Mocas there. Leo Pachotto, welcome back.
Yes, another welcome back. Leo played as recent as 2 years ago.
Yeah, now Leo mentioned to me he would prefer to play the infield.
He wants to play short center
He
field.
wants to play short center. So Leo's got good hands, always a great hitter. I'm sure he could play as a fourth outfielder or here to there, but I don't think he wants to put that pressure on his knees. He did have knee surgery a year ago or a year and change ago. He looks great. He looks like he's ready to roll. So Leo Pachotto, welcome back.
And then next up on the list is Michael Sabon Solomon,
Yeah, one of the perennial sluggers and
Hall of Famer.
That's right, one of the best hitters pound for pound in league history.
And after Sabon, of course, we're going to mention Ike Mavoro.
Yes, talk about a guy who found the position again. So this is a gentleman who was a center fielder, first rounder, went to pitcher as a first rounder.
Yeah.
And now I believe he's almost 50 years old.
In the twilight of his
Right?
career,
Yes.
he's playing first base, and he's playing on an upper echelon first base.
Yes, and he's still batting 2, 3, or 4 in a lineup.
I'm going to pose you a question. Bottom of the seventh, down by 2, bases loaded. You could choose one player up at the plate.
He's right there.
Who do you choose?
Yeah,
Anyone in the
Ike.
whole league. Zach, this.
Ike's right there.
I'm going Ike. He's
You
my
need
guy.
That line drive to right field, falling in, working a good at bat.
That's
when it
my guy.
matters. Ike's big. So Ike, God bless you. Keep it rocking.
Next up on this list, a guy
your
last.
favorites.
Listen, I just see this seal. There's no ceiling on this kid yet because he's still young, and we saw last year what he could do, and he's only getting better. And that's Alan Jamal.
Yes, Teddy Ishak adopted him as his child.
He kind of against Alan Jamal's will, but he
it
just
is
went
his
with
child.
it.
He actually painted a room for Alan in his home.
Made a mural.
Yes, he made a little mural for Alan. From what I heard, I think I actually heard this from Ike Mavor himself, we just mentioned his name, that Alan's dad was one hell of a center fielder.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's in the blood. And last year, he was great. You told me. You saw him
Highlight
in the
reel
morning.
grabs weekly last year.
Yeah, so he's only getting better, and his bat was coming around.
Yep.
Okay.
And next on this list is a guy that actually went pretty high last year on GOAT, is Butchie Cohen.
Butchie is one of the most underrated players that everybody knows is underrated.
I don't
in
think
the
he's
league.
underrated anymore. I think he gets his due.
He gets his due now?
Yeah.
He's got pop. Shimmy's brother, Shmooey Lewis's brother. He's unassuming, doesn't talk much. He's a great glove at third.
Great.
And he could bat third or fourth in any lineup. He goes to all fields, loves going to right field with pop, which is always great. And that's it. He's just a great pick.
Next up, another league veteran is Yossi Abramson.
Yeah, and again, Yossi is one of those guys, always finds himself in the World Series.
Yeah, he's one. He really does.
You can make fun of him. He had years where he hits great, years where he couldn't hit a lick. He plays a really good defensive outfield. Would love to play center. He never gets center field. He's great in left.
He has weeks where he seems like the best hitter on the team. He just does. He wins,
And
player of the
he
week.
has weeks where he's very fast, chops the ball to the left side, finds his way on.
No, he's going his best when he hits those line drives to left field.
That's when he's going well. Yeah, they positioned him a lot last year like that because they want to avoid it. But Yossi's always in the line. He's always in the big games.
Next up on this list, and probably his first time being talked about in this echelon right now, is Isaac Sasson.
Yeah, so you're very high on
I'm
him.
very high on Isaac Sasson. So last year on a terrible Blue Moon team, he was like the shining spot on that team. He came to play every single week, and he's getting better and better every year. I see him every Sunday morning for the last 2-3 years. I see him in the night leagues in Brooklyn, and now we saw him last year in the night league. He held his own, and I think he's going to take a next step even this year.
So you were adamant on putting him here, and he's got some pressure on him now. But I saw good things. You're seeing that next league.
I don't even think it's pressure. He's one of those guys that, he kind of wants the pressure. He's a good player.
Beautiful.
Next up, you could say
Okay, so he's a veteran, World Series winner, World Series captain.
Alan Jamal's father,
Teddy Ishak.
Teddy Ishak.
Yes, Teddy. So Teddy is playing. His knee is good now. He feels great. He's a 48-year-old young man.
Bro, I put these guys in my back pocket.
That's right. I actually have his glove, by the way. He left his glove by the field, and it's in my trunk. So,
Bro, I never forget my glove.
yeah, I tell you, never forget. Come pick it up whenever you can. Nice Rollins Revo glove. But Teddy got a bigger glove, actually. It's actually a bigger glove. And looking forward. Let's see. He's playing short center field Sunday morning now, next to John Eliezer, ironically. Let's see what he's going to do with himself in the night league draft.
Yeah, maybe he'll enjoy that spot.
Right, he
And
might.
he'll draft a shortstop.
Let's see.
Could do that. Next up on this list, the Night Stalker himself, Avi Dweck.
Yeah, now Avi was a Night Stalker, then went through a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a funk, but he didn't use that name the way we created for him, and then High Cheese came.
Yeah.
And that year of High Cheese, man, was he a stalker.
Yeah,
all
everything
over
was
again.
clicking for him.
Oh boy, he was ripping it up, and Avi's in great shape. He's playing hockey twice a week, so looking forward to see what Avi's going to do.
So next on this list, I'm going to say a name that, I had super high expectations for. I know last year he had ups and downs.
Last year he was my pick, so if you recall.
I do. And sometimes he comes to the field and he has a week where you're like, oh my God, this guy's the best player. And then sometimes he's just like not that great.
Sometimes it seems like his head's in the clouds a little bit.
Yeah, and that's
what it is.
JoJo Mamie.
Yeah. JoJo is in one of the best, he has one of the best physiques in the league. He's in great shape, keeps himself really in good shape, strong, and
JoJo Mamie's name is Beban.
Bebon, that's right. JoJo, it's Savon's
Savon's cousin.
He has all the tools to be the best. And he's great. He had, like you said, he hit like an animal. A couple of memorable outs as well. What are you going to do? Nobody's going to get a hit every time. But JoJo definitely earns his right to be in this next 21.
Next up on the list, it's his second time in this league. He played on Club Going Up years ago. And welcome back, David Sabag.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
So, I just wanna say-
unfortunately, this isn't going to be his only league.
Whatever, it's his own fault. But David Sabag in the Brooklyn League, he captained the old school World Series championship team. He's always a high average guy. He's a lefty. He's got power and he's hungry and he's got a lot to prove. He told me, I can't wait to show everybody why they should have made sure to make room for me and get me in the Sunday morning league.
Right, so he's a lefty that goes all fields.
He's a good player.
My question about David Sabag is, where does he want to play?
Right field.
He wants to be
Right
in right
field. That's his spot.
So he wants to be a corner outfielder.
Yeah, that's his spot.
Okay,
He's a right
perfect.
field. Not even left. Right field.
Good. Does he have pop?
A lot of pop.
Okay, so a right fielder with pop.
He's
He's
going
to do well.
You know what? I'm trying to think of the guy. The last time we had a player like this, maybe it was like a Chaim Schoen
Ooh, he was a
type
good
of guy.
player. I
Remember
like
that? So
guy,
like,
yes.
I feel like he's gonna have that type of year, that
So
type of impact.
The last I saw David Sabag, he subbed for a team, and I think he subbed for Get Swifty, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And he played short center and did a phenomenal job.
And he's a good athlete.
He's an athlete.
He's an
a
athlete.
good athletic kid, lefty, and he's a fast guy, good shape. So I'm very happy to have him in the league.
And to round out this next 21 is a pitcher, also his second year in the league. Last time he was on the Hillel team, the 1.5 team, is Michael Ancona.
Right. So Michael last year pitched Sunday morning YMSL. He was on my team.
Split games.
Right. He only got one game a week, and that's all he was allowed. That was the rules. And he pitched well, and he's only getting better. He's strong. This is going to be his only league, but I hear that behind the Kollel twice a week, he's been throwing to JoJo Mamie, to Morris Mamie, to a couple of guys. He's been throwing, and he's staying in shape. He looks great, and I'm excited to have him in.
Me too. I think he's only getting better. And I think this is a good spot for him. We're putting him at number 42, you know?
Yeah, it's actually late. I think he might go earlier than that. But like we said, this isn't exactly.
Very interchangeable.
Okay, now, again, I want to bring it up. We're going out of our way not to talk about rookies. I don't want to coerce.
I would even say a lot of the rookies that we mentioned in the first segment that we did tonight would probably be in this range.
Yeah.
I would say maybe all of them. Almost all of them.
Almost all of them. 13 rookies would all go in this area. So I don't want any captain to use this as their only tool to draft. Oh, you didn't mention the rookie? You guys got to do your homework. Take what we got, what we talked to you. You want to ask us, we answer you. But this is just for, what do they call it?
I don't even know.
Kicks and giggles? I don't know.
It's 1:15 in the morning. I don't even know what you want to call it at this point.
Is it really 1:15
Yes,
in
it
the
is.
morning? And I'm praying Vatikin tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we'll see you later. Drop the mic.